everyone, it's Candace. Since Simply Nailogical is on break, I'm taking over. I'm on a mission to steal all her subscribers. So first things first, let's take off the old nail polish. Now you see it? Now you don't! Today we're using nail vinyls by Twinkled Tea. Then struggle to focus the camera. I don't know how she does this. Finally, let's put on our base coat. Very, very slowly. Then proceed to get that all over your cuticles. Next, we're gonna use Live Love Polish's Smoothing Nail Primer. When you're cleaning around the edges, I recommend that you use a glass cuticle pusher, simply because it's much more precise, I find, than an orange stick, because the glass cuticle pusher is much more pointed. And now, as we're painting the index finger, let's make sure to get a nice piece of lint right in there. You see that middle finger, all those bumps? That's psoriasis. This finger is the main reason we need that smoothing primer. Now, do you see what I mean? How precise it is with how it cleans up? Now, it definitely looks better, but it's still bumpy, so let's get rid of it with one more coat. Now we're ready to paint, no more bumps! Now we're going to use Revlon's Colorstay Gel Envy. Their white shade, and I absolutely hate it, is called Sure Thing. It's thick, it's kind of patchy, it dries in like a really weird bumpy way if you move it a little bit too much. It's nice and opaque, but it kind of makes me think maybe I bought an old bottle at the store. Either way, you can probably find much better whites than this, but I don't really have another choice because the only one I have is this really gross, I don't know, you can see right through it, it's disgusting. It's like watered down milk. Anyway, so the whites are gonna go on your accent fingers. So I chose my thumb and my ring finger for this. The next polish is a really pretty sparkly blue color called Confetti Dreams from Live Love Polish. I think this is from their birthday collection, and it's this really nice kind of deep blue color, and it doesn't really dry down too bumpy like other glitter polishes. The glitters here are much more fine. Now you're gonna paint all the other fingers that you did not paint white. I don't know how other nail polish channels do this. It's like watching paint dry. Put on a second coat to make it opaque. Next up, we're gonna use a very old bottle of OPI's top coat, which is now way too thick. So it's going to kind of create those string-like things just because it's too thick. It's kind of past due, so I definitely need to get a new bottle. Now that the top coat's dry, it's finally time to take out the nail vinyls, which you will struggle to take it off because you don't have any tweezers. Now very gently put it on the places where you want it to go and very lightly tap it, just making sure that every single space is on the nail. Then again, struggle to get the second one off, but not as hard as the first one. But I am struggling to keep everything in the camera view, which you will see I'm not going to be able to do. I have no idea how people do this on YouTube. paint over the nail vinyl with the same glittery blue nail polish that you used on every other finger. Then peel it off when it's still wet. You don't want that dry. It's going to be really gross. And clean up the mess that you made because that's disgusting. Use a cleanup brush with some acetone to clean up whatever's left of that nail polish on your skin and vein. Use that same blue for your other accent finger. Now peel off that nail vinyl while blocking the camera. Next, we're going to use China glazes for rhinestones only for a little bling bling. You can find the Swarovski crystals at any Michaels store. That's where I found mine, but I can't remember the name, I'm sorry. And you're going to use a crystal katana to place them on your nails. Now taking the waxy end, you're going to place that on the wet nail polish. Then you're going to move it to where you want and press it down with the pointed end. Now this stuff kind of dries relatively quickly, so you want to move fast. It's designed that way so that the crystals don't move, which is all in all pretty nice. And we're going to repeat that for all the other nails. So you do want to be careful with this part that you don't put too big of a dollop, because it might envelop the small crystal and that kind of changes how it shines in the light. Taking that same rhinestone polish, you want to try to kind of paint around those crystals in a much neater way than what I'm doing, because oh my god, that's horrible. But you get the idea. You kind of want to paint around it. It kind of sets in the crystals. You really don't want to paint just right above that, because it's gonna really dull the shine of those crystals. Then all your hard work is over. In my experience, they haven't really fallen off when I've done this. If I don't do this, they do tend to fall off fairly quickly, like just washing your hair and doing everyday things. So I would say that this is a must. You can skip the top coat if you wanted, but that's up to you. And now you get to see me struggle to model my hands. This is so embarrassing, oh my god. But please subscribe and share. It is my first one. I'm trying to get better at this. But please comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Thank you so much.
Which I think would be very...
Like a Jewish Santa Claus?
Sure.
A Jew for Jesus.
Hanukkah bush.
Harry.
Hanukkah Harry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
Interesting.